And I will also be measured, even when it is slightly out of charge. Let me say the following, that number one, we have not asked Mr. Odinga to participate in the prayers at any one time. He has not been a participant in any way, and we are surprised that he is concerned about people who want to pray for others. If he doesn't believe in prayer, then he can keep his beliefs to himself and let other Kenyans who believe in prayer to pray. Number two, let me say that it is now obvious and beyond any reasonable doubt that the author, the architect, and the mastermind of this grand scheme against us to be prosecuted politically and unfairly is actually the scheme of Mr. Odinga. And I want to ask, now that Mr. Odinga believes that we are criminals and we should be behind bars, what about him? The principal beneficiary of the post-election violence. Mr. Odinga is today Prime Minister of Kenya, not because he was voted for by anybody, but because of the post-election violence. How come a man who is the chief beneficiary, the principal beneficiary of the post-election violence, is the one to point fingers at others that they should be behind bars or they should be in jail? If surely we are supposed to be behind bars or in jail, he should have been there before us, because he is the principal beneficiary of the post-election violence. Moreover, the whole of this issue, there has been a consistent pattern. Under the leadership of Mr. Odinga, the Orange Democratic Movement wrote a letter, and I want to challenge Mr. Odinga. I did challenge him in Parliament. The ODM wrote a letter to the effect that we should be tried and hanged in The Hague. This has now been followed closely with another scheme with his collaborators from Europe, that we should be detained when we go for court summons in spring. And today, Mr. Odinga himself, reading from the same scheme with his collaborators, now confirms that he is part of the scheme of the people who want us locked in detention on the pretext that on the pretext of the prayers that and prayer rallies that are going on around the country. We believe in fairness. We believe in the rule of law. And if Mr. Odinga believes that the way for him to become anything in this country is by hanging others, he had better work hard and think of some alternative ways of becoming something in Kenya rather than what he is currently engaged in. Sawa. Okay, takuja shuleni. Sawa.